Hello, my name is Fiove Pena. I am from Las Vegas and I am 14 years old. Okay, so I don't remember the last week that well, but I do remember the last day really well. Basically, I had like this girl that I sat next to lunch with every day. I had like two main friends and she was one of them. She was in my math class and everything. But I'm like scared of rejection in some sort of way. So I never asked for her phone number. And so on that Friday, I was like, I'll just get your phone number on Monday. And Monday never came. I guess I had that feeling that everything was gonna be back to normal. There was this TikTok going around and it was like, coronavirus is coming. Where's your face mask? If your window's open, close it. And we thought it was so funny until like it actually hit us. That was crazy. I remember also that week, my teacher was like reading like the emails and the COVID like charts or whatever. And she's like, oh wow, first case in Nevada already, but it's like all the way in like Carson City, so we'll be fine. And then like 5 days later, like clubs close and everything. It's kind of just crazy how fast everything came. I feel like I could have had a lot more friends. And I'm a very social person, so I need people to be around me like at all times. And I feel like it would be a lot easier if we're going back to school. But at the same time, I don't want to go back to school because I've learned nothing this year, like absolutely nothing. And if I go back to school, all my teachers are gonna think that I learned something, and I'm scared. It's stupid to me that we're going back because it's only gonna be for like a month and it's only gonna be hybrid. So like it doesn't make sense to me at all. But my mom's like, I want you guys to get out of the house. School was fun, but I only went there for like the people. I went on the last out-of-state field trip, which was crazy. The band kids couldn't go out on their Disneyland field trip because it closed right after that.
And what do you miss the most about school?
People. I don't necessarily miss learning. I miss my old teachers. I had a great teacher. He taught me a lot. I miss those days. And like I wish I could go back to just like old school or whatever. I'm in 8th grade, so like it's the last year of middle school. My history teacher, he feels so bad for us just because 8th grade was like one of the best years in school wise for him, and he just feels so bad for us. And I understand like why it would be such a good year, and I feel like I missed out that opportunity. But at the same time, I'm glad that we're staying as safe as possible, even though I'm missing out on a whole bunch of opportunities. My friend, she called me talking about how like her friend almost committed suicide, and that's scary as heck. And I understand like reasons why people would think that, but for me, like right now, I guess the only reason why I'm not suicidal is because I have so much goals to accomplish, and I want to like see myself accomplish those goals. And I know like it might be better just to like go to heaven sometimes, but God put us on this earth for a reason, and I feel like I haven't fulfilled my purpose all the way. I know friends that have like been affected by it as well. If like anyone is thinking about suicide, you have so much more purpose on this earth right now, and I don't think we should leave until we're like fulfilled our purpose. My mom and dad, I'm not trying to diss them or anything, but they act like they understand, and like I know that they don't. I'm glad that my generation is more aware of stuff mentally than like other generations past. When I'm like trying to like talk about my feelings mentally and everything, my parents are like, oh, okay, because I guess that's not normal for their generation or whatever. I just want someone to like talk to and like not tell her anything, and maybe someone that's like a professional. And I feel like my parents like don't necessarily like understand the way that like that's important, and they can't like fully do it because they're not like a professional licensed therapist. I wish they would understand that we're going through so much mentally, and like my parents say that I have no self-control, but to me, I have a lot of self-control. Even though I might like burst out crying or whatever, I am like controlling myself as much as I can, and I don't feel like they understand that. Licensed therapy and stuff is more available now, which I'm glad for, because I feel like our generation needs it, especially in this type of time, and like for free as well, because like that costs money, and like not everyone wants to pay money for something that like their parents think that they can do. The people that I do talk to don't live here because I don't want them to like tell anyone or blah blah blah. So like I got my cousins, I talk to them about a lot of stuff, which is very helpful. They're very understanding, and especially since they're family, they can be more honest. It's nice to talk to them, but I don't really feel like it's good enough. I feel like I wish that we were all able to reach our goals, and I just hope that like COVID will I mean, I know that it's never going to go away, but at least one day, like by the time I graduate high school, I don't want to wear a mask anymore. But I hope that like I'm more happy mentally, if that makes any sense. Like I'm happy, of course, but like I wish that I could be happier, because there's so much going on in my brain that like half of the time when I am happy, there's still something in the back of my brain kind of luring there, and that kind of sucks, just having something always in the back of your brain. I want all of us to live a happy life without like all of this in the way, and hopefully that happens. Hopefully.